my channel Creative Art. I am Nilima and today we are going to do a Decoupage art. Decoupage is the art of decorating an object by gluing decorative paper like Decoupage napkin, Decoupage paper or rice paper in combination with special paint effects, gold leaf or other decorative elements. So friends, do watch the complete video to do this beautiful decoupage art yourself, and do subscribe my channel friends for more creative art painting videos, and do press the bell icon to get notification for each video I post every week. All the materials shown in this video are listed in the description box below with their links from where you can also buy them online. And in today's video friends, we are going to do decoupage art on a flower vase which is plastic in material and its color is white. The same process you can also do on a ceramic vase like this one. So now let's check out all the materials we are going to need for this DIY. First of all, we are going to need a decoupage napkin. So this time I'm going to use a floral print decoupage napkin of 13 into 13 inches, and this is how it looks. Just one napkin would be enough to cover such a big size of vase. If you're going to do decoupage art on a bigger surface, buy number of napkins according to it. Secondly, we're going to need decoupage glue to place decoupage napkin on the vase. So we are going to use Deco Magic Premium Decoupage Glue from Little Birdie. And next, for color, I'm going to use Home Decor collection, that is matte chalk acrylic paint from the same Little Birdie. And finally, to seal our artwork, we are going to need a varnish. So here I'm going to use Decore varnish, the glossy one. And other than that, you can either use a paintbrush or a sponge to apply varnish, paint and the decoupage glue on your base, whichever makes you feel comfortable, and a palette. So let's start now friends. Now first of all, we will start by giving our pot a base layer of chalk acrylic paint from Little Bird Itsy Bitsy. So I'll pour just a little bit in my palette. And then using a flat hair brush or a sponge, start applying the acrylic color on your base. And before this friends, you should always make sure that your base is already cleaned and oil free. And only then you should start the base layer coloring process. So now I'm going to complete the coloring part in the same way. Now after coloring, we have to let it get dry naturally and then start our next step. Now friends, till the base layer is getting dry, let's start preparing our decoupage napkin, and this is the one we are going to use. It looks so beautiful and bright. So now friends, as this is a 3-ply napkin, we do have to separate the top colorful layer from the next two white layers, and you can do it from one corner of the napkin in this way, where you have to separate this color layer. So be very gentle and remove this colorful layer in this way. This is quite a big napkin and I'm not sure that I'll need it completely, so I'll just select the parts I want to place on the pot. So now we'll start separating the designs and pick up the best ones for our pot. So here is how you have to do it. For example, I need to separate this part of flower, which I think looks the most beautiful. So here I have some water in my palette and I'm going to use round hair brush number 1 and gently place some water on the surroundings in this way. First wet the paper, and then using a pointed stick, I'm going to use a toothpick and separate the excess part from where you want to cut the paper. So be very gentle while doing this part because we don't want to tear any extra tissue we need. And this is how we are going to separate the unwanted tissue paper from the design. So let's do more. Now friends, my pot is ready and dry to do the decoupage art. So let's start by separating our napkin. So first of all, what we have to do is just from a corner try to separate the printed part and the two white parts, As this is a 3-ply napkin, there are 3 pieces of paper attached together which can be easily separated in this way. So gently hold the white piece and the color piece and separate it in this way. So this gets easily separated. And now what I'm going to do is placing my Decoupage napkin on the flower vase or on the pot. I'll start measuring the part of Decoupage it will need to cover up the complete vase. So I can start applying Decoupage from exactly this flower part. I'll remove this vein, I think, and it can directly go till the end, and I'm just going to remove this leaf. So now, just using a scissor, I'm going to separate the flowering and the extra design part that I don't want in my Decoupage art. And I don't want this incomplete designs, so I'm going to remove this part. And this also can be done with the help of a brush and water, but the reason I'm going to use scissor is the design is quite far and this is going to be more easier. So this was the extra part I did remove, and again I'm going to remove this part. So now let's take a final measurement of our Decoupage napkin with the vase. So here is the place I have made a fine cut, and I want to place the Decoupage napkin from this part. So this is a very fine cut. Then I think I need to remove the excess. I do want both the flowers to sit here, and this is how it will rotate, and finally it will come till here. So I'm going to cut my Decoupage napkin from the half part because I can use the rest of the half for other side. So I will be making a cut from this, which is the half of the Decoupage napkin, using a scissor. So this is the first half piece I do want to place on the vase. So I'm going to do one more procedure, which is to cut the napkin pieces from this part and give them a little bit way of floating, and this will also help in the merging. As this vase has a cylindrical shape, so I'm going to make a few cuts in the empty parts so that the Decoupage exactly can fit on the vase. So this piece is just perfect. So let's start placing the Decoupage on the vase, and for that we are going to use the Deco Magic Premium Decoupage glue. Let's shake the bottle and pour it in our palette. So here's the Decoupage glue. I'm going to start placing the Decoupage from just one side. So I'll apply just a little bit of Decoupage glue in this way. Friends, if you get problem in placing big parts of Decoupage, then cut them into small pieces and place them part by part. And there is one more way to place such a big piece, is just place it around the base and overlap it with the Decoupage glue. So this will also place your Decoupage on place even if you have not applied Decoupage glue to the base. But in this case, you have to take one precaution, that you do not tear the Decoupage while applying glue. So you have to be very soft and gentle while applying direct glue on the Decoupage. So here I have finished a big piece, and now you can clearly see there is a lot of Decoupage remaining on the upper side as well as on the lower side. So for the lower side, I'm simply going to use some Decoupage glue on my paintbrush and stick it to the bottom. And for the upper part, I'm simply going to use my brush and bend the Decoupage in the inner side in this way, but I'm not going to stick it from the inner side. I'm going to do this just on the top so that the edges would be clean as the Decoupage is. At the end, when this decoupage will get dry, I'll show you how you can clean and remove this extra decoupage. Now let's try placing one more decoupage on this part. Now next, after completing this part, I have decided to place the decoupage napkin piece by piece, and I'm going to adjoin this part right here. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'll just hold it in this way, take a little bit of Mod Podge and start pulling the decoupage napkin from the center to outer direction. And for the empty spaces, we do have many options like this small piece. Now after placing all the pieces of decoupage on our pot, this is how beautiful it looks, and now we have to let it get dry for at least 12 hours till the complete decoupage glue gets dry. And then again we are going to do one more layer of decoupage glue on the top of the napkin. So here is my flathead brush and the decoupage glue. So I'm going to start applying it from one side in this way. This time, friends, feel free to apply a generous amount of decoupage glue. So now the complete vase is covered with the second layer of decoupage glue, and this is how it looks. So now, friends, we will let it get dry so that the glue turns transparent, and then we can apply varnish to seal it. Now after 24 hours, the top layer of decoupage glue has got dried up completely, and this is how beautiful our vase looks. So now, friends, there are just few edging of the remaining decoupage on the inner side of the vase, which we are going to clean using a very simple trick that is called sanding. So for this, you can either use a sandpaper or a fine sandstone, or else you can also use this kind of nail file, which is very simple. Just drag the nail file around the edge in the downwards direction so that the decoupage paper gets a fine cut and a very natural look. And this is how your paper will get easily separated. So when you do it, you get this kind of clean looking edge, which is very nice and expected to do in the decoupage art. After cleaning all the edges, this is how it should look. So now our pot is absolutely ready for the last step, which is varnishing. So varnishing is a very important step in a decoupage art, because this is the only step which will provide long lasting effect and brightness in your decoupage art. So now I'm going to use a Decore varnish from Little Birdie. Let's pour it in our palette. So now, friends, using a flathead brush, I'm going to apply varnish all over the flower pot. Depending on the use of the pot, you have to decide the layers of the varnish. If you're going to use this pot for indoor use, only one layer of varnish would be enough to give it a long life. But if you're going to use it for outdoor, do give it 2 to 3 layers so that the decoupage work remains permanent, as we have done. So I've finally completed doing the varnishing part all over the pot. Now I will let it get dry for 2 to 3 hours and repeat more 2 layers of varnish, as I'm going to use this for my outdoor plantation purpose. So now let it get dry. So now, friends, this is how beautiful our decoupage pot looks, and I have placed my bamboo plant in it. As I was growing it from last 3 years, it was very important to give it a new home, and this is how big and beautiful it looks. As this is an indoor plant and it doesn't give any flowering, so this flower pot is absolutely the best choice for my bamboo plant. So friends, if you're a plant lover and you do have indoor plants like this ones, do try to give them a new home this season. And friends, do tell me in the comments below, how did you like my videos, friends? And if you do like my videos, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.